trapped in the house. Well, hey, how's it going?
Big Brother's watching you.
I know. I got that notification. I shall now button my pie hole. No, not really.
I mean, it. Let's be honest. Is that
No,
really?
hey, I've been stuck at
Is
the
that even?
house.
Is that
Go
even
ahead.
possible? Is that even possible?
Which part? Me buttoning my pie hole?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, it is possible.
Hey, everybody should be able to see this screen. And of course, this AI thing, uh, it's almost like it gives you people. You see a blonde on your screen?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it reminds me of Kara Sedgwick. I believe that's an actress from a popular TV series. That's what she reminds me of. But I have no clue what you typed in to get that image.
Okay, we're gonna go backwards from her, and I'm gonna show you what I got to get what I did to get to her. Okay, and then I'm gonna
Sure.
go, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna go the other way, and I'm gonna show you where I went to get into trouble, and then we'll.
Oh, I don't want you getting into trouble. But okay, if you want to get in
Yeah, it
trouble,
wasn't it wasn't bad
I,
trouble. It
hell
was
no,
just
I'm
like
begging
it
you,
was
brother.
it. Listen, what it was his AI told me to that it didn't want to talk to me for a little bit to find something else to do and come back later. So it was done with the conversation because I had gotten kind of weird with it. And then I agree, I never did use bad words or anything, but I was using very suggestive
Dude,
words.
the AI got on to you for you getting weird. Do not admit this.
Yeah.
But please continue.
No,
I would
it
love
has
to see
safeguards.
it.
No. It has you. Hey, I am a 52-year-old teenager in some ways, you know. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this flowing again here. This is this girl, but we're gonna use this picture here. Is it? But now this didn't start here. This girl is relatively new. What I was doing with this was I was creating imagery for a video for one of my songs called "The Corner Cafe." And what I was doing, I kept on uh, just creating a guy at a corner cafe, and he was doing different things. He was drinking, he wasn't drinking, he's having a good time, he wasn't. And eventually, when he started playing the guitar, that girl showed up, and we're going to come back to her in a minute, okay? But now, I had actually found her previously. This is the guy. There's a story of him, looking at his phone and sending text messages. Of course, everything we're looking at right now is pretty much backwards with this guy. So pretty much what we're looking at through all those pictures there, if somebody that has real time viewing of the video, you're seeing a guy at a corner cafe having a time with a girl. Now, what you're seeing here is some stuff from the Delphi case. Um, Richard Allen working at a pharmacy, being arrested, moving around. But I have some more here. That's a kid on a 4-wheeler. I play with AI a lot. Now, this girl here, this
You
is
are so high.
no, and you think this
I
is crazy. This
know where you're trying to go to, but
no, you're not. You got to give me time. You're going way too fast. If you're going to
no,
get
dude,
started,
I'm not.
you
I
got
am
to
letting
slow
you.
down.
I'm letting you roll, brother.
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
just
So
laughing. Hey, because I've watched every one of those images. I'm enjoying myself watching you back up through time.
well, anyway, so what this is so to get to the girl that we were seeing on the screen, we had to get to this girl right here. And actually, the one that's on there now is the origin of every bit of it. This comes from something not even remotely related to any of what we're talking about now. I was helping design a house. And I
See,
and I said,
this is one of the things. Now, I'm just going to interject this just really fast. You had a project way back, and it interacted with our current conversation, and it's amazing. It's hilarious, and I understand exactly what you say.
so anyway, I asked at this time here, I figured out that playing with this thing here, uh, this girl right there, I figured out how to create her in here, how to describe a situation with the right wording that creates her. And AI started making sure that, and a lot of times the only feedback that I was giving it was the feedback that I was giving it, and I'm not going to tell everybody what I was doing because it was pretty smart. It started making it happen for me, but it started giving me the back of her, because a lot of times that it would mess up on its face. And I hadn't always got to see its face. I haven't always got to be talking. Sometimes I can be listening. In fact, I'm 50 something years old, but most of my life I've been quiet and I've listened. I'm kind of the person you probably really need to listen to. But you see what this thing has done. It takes the back of that girl, those two girls that we saw there, and then when it does show her face, and the only time I can get it to do it is to say blah, 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 with the blonde-headed girl doing whatever,
Right.
doing
Keep doing it.
what, listen, doing what she wants to do. So whenever when you tell AI, give it all those things and you describe her and then you say doing what she wants to do, it shows her face and it's almost exactly like the one that you're trying to get. This one over here, for example, with this, and of course, it's like I was telling this lady right here is where it's at. I don't even know. I've never seen a girl that looks like that. Now that now that I've seen it for a while, but there's something about this lady that stood out to me. She's married and she's in love with somebody. I can show you where another place that I encountered her, I think, uh, earlier, but we're just kind of going real fast through here. I played with a lot of images with this person. And
Dude, you
I
better
said,
be saving some of these things because, you know, I'm semi fucking with you to get to see the images that come out of your head because your head is a little different place than mine. And there's where we kind of connect with it is, hey, I give you that time to describe it. And then when I wonder, it's like, well, how did you start with this specific thing that creates all these images we're currently seeing? Well, you had an idea somewhere in the past, a blonde, thin, long legged, smoking peace pipes. I mean, all of those things enjoyed into that. And I love seeing those images. But how did you start that way? And then hey, there's that
now
other side.
we're
But
headed
go
that
ahead.
way. We're headed that way. But
Hey,
now,
hey, I'm still waiting for. Well, I'm. Excuse me.
well,
Let me
no,
restrict that.
listen,
I'm not
dude,
waiting for it because that
listen.
sounds horrible.
You just got to
I just
calm down.
mean,
Calm down. Look at her. Look at her. Look at the girl playing with the pig and calm down. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so
oh, see, I got you to do it.
I believe I can tell the story, but I don't know that there is a story here. I think that you may be reading more into it than what it is. But now I think that you'll see the screen on here if you watch this. It's almost like a film. There is this. It's this girl here, and we've seen her from the side. Now she is a beautiful AI creation. Uh, and of course, I didn't create it, but you create a beautiful scene like this, and this creature right here comes whenever you use those specific words. I don't know what it is. I didn't do it. AI did it. You know, maybe if I would have changed it around, changed the words around some. But a lot of it, what I like here is now you see. I play with its emotions some just to see what AI can do with it. Now they want to slow down.
There you go.
But now we're not even to where this thing came from, and we're a long way from where I got into trouble.
Well, now tell me about the architecture. Because I know that kind of started with you did some architecture work for a house that looks like that. I mean, because man, that's kind of like just bricks on. That's almost like 13 Ghosts. Have you ever watched that movie, 13 Ghosts?
No, I've never watched the movie, but now I've
Okay, well,
always
never do it, but you can look it up later and you'll understand. But you see that house right behind that photo right now, I see that's a 13 Ghost house, all
well, in my
glass.
mind, I've always thought of a black metal steel and with that wooden surface like that, like a basically I describe it as a small office building type glass and steel house in a pine forest. So yeah, so that's what it is. And of course, that is my dream home. I've got several versions of it that I can show that I love. But now I'm just still going through this girl here. You can see when she shows up, she's here right now. So we hadn't even got to where she even first showed up. But there is a process to get to a girl like that. Okay, whenever you invade this close, but you can't. You got to be careful because it would turn against you. AI will stop providing pictures. Look at that right there. That's weird. Uh, uh, the building. And see, a lot of them don't look as real as others. That looked weird there. Look at that. But anyway, and that one stood out to me too. There's several that do. You can see there are some down here that are redundant. They'll see one image. Now you're seeing it reverse, okay, with this particular routing system that we're doing right now. But there you'll see certain images over and over again because the ones that stand out to me. But then I'll move on quickly. I'm just including them in the new mix. But it just does such weird things. It creates this place that I've been dreaming of my whole life, and it can create this place out here, or
Well,
many
again, the imagination is all described by words. Words have meaning. You can say hola. So, what did I just say?
hello,
See, can you hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Well, so I was asking, I was trying to say is all words have meanings. It all has to do with the context. If I said hola, what would you think? Just the first picture in your head.
Cartoon character saying hello.
Okay. From where? Because there's connotations to it, see? See, to me, when I say hola, I say pineapple, necklaces, but there's a movie that plays in my head. It don't mean I'm judgmental. That's just my first thoughts is a Hawaiian word. Now, si, si, senor, hola, hola. All of these things have been made into our heads, but that don't mean that they gotta mean anything bad. It's only the folks that are going, I'm sorry, the Florida stuff where they're taking, oh, we got to take dictionaries off the shelf. There's a definition of a penis in there. Got to get off the shelf. Can't have it. Can't do it. Nope. Oh, the folks that want to be the less woke are the most woke folks I've ever seen. I'm going to say this, and I hope it's recorded. Reverse wokeness. I've never heard that. I just thought of it, and I'm saying it. Reverse wokeness. Florida is reverse woke. Damn, I can't even say it.
It is an overly exaggerated response to something that's meaningless. Anyway, so on the screen here, you have a this is
There you
where
go. I hope you caught up.
this. Oh, I've already went way past where it all started, but this is where it all started. We're back to where it all started, and look at your screen for a minute. This is, can you see it?
Yeah, it's primordial looking. You know, 20, 30, 40,000 years ago, maybe more.
Well, that's what it. I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to describe. I'm trying to describe the rolling hills that I lived in over there in Hermitage, with a pond with bamboo on the levee around it. It couldn't really get what I was talking about. It kept on. You'll see that it doesn't really understand what I was talking about. That it had pine trees there. The bamboo, it put it in weird spots. Okay, so it didn't really get what I was talking about. Even though no, I described sparsely on a patch, it just didn't ever get it. But then I put
Well,
me there. I started putting me there. And I was trying to recreate the calm that I remember having at this place in Hermitage that I had with the bamboo. Now, this here was an image that showed up. And this one kind of reminded me of me being there because I was much younger. I was a lot younger. So anyway, so I started just building upon that and, trying to make it blend in and trying to make the background more. I was trying to do Southeast Arkansas between Sumter, Arkansas, and the Saline River. I had a lot of shit going on. Okay, but it was getting me close. But
well, go ahead.
what I eventually had to do, I had to turn off the pond because it was making it too wet. Now and then I described the house. Now I've done many other versions of the house, but now I made this guy at that house for a little bit, and you can see kind of variations of it. It does different variations of it, and I try to describe the house in different ways to it, and let it try to go in its ways with it. But I had this dude out there just smoking weed in the bamboo near a house. Sometimes I use the word stilts, and now that I started using the word stilts, it puts stilts on it sometimes. Maybe it was already doing it. I don't know. But some of these, I use them over and over again until new ones come up like that one. It's a new one. So
Strong guy.
well, what that was that uh it wasn't anything to do with that. It was it was skinny. I was trying to describe that and get that shit there. I don't know. Like I said, who knows where? I don't use skulls, but it used it because I'm sure that it's pulling. It has a guy in weed. I'm sure that a lot of people that do take pictures of weed have, do shit like that. Those young guys and shit. But you can still see that I was trying to get medicinal plants out here. And I was trying to get it to do certain ways, but I just could not get it to work. And eventually we're going to turn that off. And I think that maybe when I add a girl to it or I change him to a girl. Yeah, that's what happens. All of a sudden I get tired because I'm like, God, I feel gay with having all these guys on my fucking screen. And I turn it into a girl. And you can see.
Dude, again, this is an artificial intelligence generating these images. You do not have to feel gay and feel you need to change your search. Maybe it's the AI is gay. It's okay.
No, dude, I'm being funny. First off, I know,
I know you are, and I am too.
but now,
I,
but now,
I know what you're trying
but
to say,
again,
I am
I
not
know what you're
saying
trying to, Donald. I know what you're trying to say. But now, listen. Now, the thing of it is that uh, in our culture, you may have to explain it, not to you, but to the audience. But now, again, this is that I decided to change it to a woman because one is that I like looking at women better. So because I just happen to be that kind of a dude, and I realized I was trying to create me, but I don't want to see me. I want to see something like that's why I like Alan Watts. I want to see something like me, but the other part, what would a woman do? What would she do there?
so. It,
This is the duality. Can you? Hey, listen.
I'm
You got
giggling.
you
Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
you got to. If you don't understand Alan Watts, if you don't understand stuff like
No, I
duality,
understand Alan Watts, and
okay, listen. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a test before you comment. Do you know what duality is?
well, I don't know if I know what you think duality is, but my idea of duality is the idea of being able to put yourself in two different person's perspectives. You got to look from the other person's gentleman's shoes. Duality, in my mind, is I see what some of what you're saying, but you got to hear what I'm saying. So we got to put each other's shoes to gotta go. Oh, you know, damn what? Fuck, I fucked up, but not all the way, or maybe all the way, just kind of depending. The other
Okay, so
person would have to accept that.
okay, I don't. Okay, so the commentary side. Now I'm gonna just start going with pictures, and I want you to just talk and just see what you're seeing there. You don't have to get hung up because I'm not going to stay very long because it's going to be a lot of pictures. Okay, it's going to be just for about 2 or 3 minutes, and you say, "Hold on there," then I'll stop. Okay, but now I'm just going to go with it, not fast, but so you can just kind of
So
start here.
that was enough to get you some ahead time. Absolutely, go ahead, man.
Okay, so no man, I'm good. But what I'm trying to say is that what this is right here is that again, we you can see where I went here. I was doing this right here, and I thought, well, it's not any
But
fun
you know the starting point of it.
right here.
So
So you know, but
okay,
now
so
this is not. But now hold on, let me talk, Donald. Okay, let me say this is not the very beginning of it because there was another little interaction the other day. But for this point, this is the starting point. What you're seeing right here. I want to set this up right. I want to set it up because this is an interesting story. How it changes and how you
no
can
problem,
get.
man. I'm just waiting. Yeah.
I there's I don't know what you're waiting for. This is there is no you never get to the end of the story I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the journey. It's not the
I
fucking end of the
know, but
story, man. You know. But I want you to talk.
there were
You
so
talk.
many words typed in to create the image that I'm currently seeing. I just wanted a starting point. Herb, uh, land. I mean, I just wanted the starting point that started the first picture you saw, so that I could see. Cause see, like I see mazes in a Alaskan area that's been claimed. Now I see urban things. I see guys smoking weed. I mean, I see millions of things, but what did it start with? Without a context, I can't make it grow. Because
Well,
again, I'm still thinking 13 ghosts. I'm still thinking uh,
no.
Arizona, for God's
No,
sakes.
okay. I'll
I'm
tell you.
thinking, oh my God, Arizona?
I mean, this is the same ones that you've been looking at. We looked at them backwards, and I've been telling you about how it goes, about how that girl, remember the blonde-headed girl, how she came to be. It came to be at first there was no blonde-headed girl. I started typing in words describing up there around Sumter, Arkansas, and this whole thing occurs in Sumter, Arkansas.
That's no, finally. No, absolutely, finally. You
Yeah.
have told me that was the first words you typed in, and this was the first image that was generated from
No.
the words you typed in. Is
Well,
that
I mean,
correct?
uh, yeah, man, that's groovy. Yeah,
Okay.
right on, right on. That's
That's
right.
all I asked you. Dude,
Yeah,
where did you start from? I know
yeah.
you're hating, but without knowing where you started,
But
dude.
I just went through all that. But that's cool. Everything's
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's cool because you know
This is
what?
where
This
we're
is
at
just
now,
fun
though.
for the brand. It's just donuts. Oh, look, you got ponies. Hey, Was that a White Cross? Oh, white weed. I like that one. Hey, throw in the word traitor.
We'll do a search in a minute. We're gonna go through. We're gonna go a little bit quickly through these, but if you can, just watch them. This right
No,
here.
I'm just watching them. I'm just kind of, going to slowly comment. And if I see something amazing, I'll speak up. Otherwise, I will mute myself.
Well, I'm gonna give you. I want you to take it over and just want you kind of get to a point. See, this girl here shows up here. Now she's brown headed. Now I created her the other day, a brunette. Okay, not even really created her, but I found her on this thing. But now I've tried to pivot away from her to a blonde. And I didn't want it to be too young. But see, this one right here started, this is early. This one started showing up, but now that's a man. But I deleted it real quick. I downloaded one so I'd have a record of it, like you're talking about. But I didn't keep that window open. But now that's a female. It's kind of weird the way it does with certain body parts. But now it also has to do with her hair texture too. So I was playing with hair texture. The only variable that I really played with on here that I was trying to change up organically was hair and her face and hair. But now this is the brunette part. And I had her smoking a peace pipe, but now I don't always have it smoking a peace pipe. This right here, this is when the blonde, whenever this girl first appeared. Now she did not consistently appear until I typed in mostly blonde woman. When I started typing in mostly blonde woman with her and the rest of the features, she started showing up a whole lot. But now see again, this is her without being blonde. You look at it. It's her, but without being blonde. But now it changes. Again, I try to teach it from behind because it really but now that one right there, and some of these right here are more masculine looking, and it produces like characters that are older. That may be what I consider masculine or what have you. But some of them look like people that you know. That there looks like a lady that's like a lawyer on TV or something. And that looks like, speaking of, like Marsha Clark, speaking of. But now, see, it may change with what all you put in there. I asked for crows to be there with this, with the scene. Then now, most of this, again, is over, and this is Rolling Hills of Sumter. And in a minute in here, we'll bring it over to cross it. But there's that girl there, too. She's a badass. She's one that lives out there by herself. Now, this is the blonde version of it. Now, she started showing up here, and I started seeing her, and I started going, that's interesting. So eventually, I started deleting other tabs, and I just had her tab open. And if it wasn't close to her, I wouldn't deal with her. But now this is variations of her. I think this is close. I don't know if this is her or not, and that's surely not. But
I mean, they're all beautiful images. I mean, go ahead, please keep going. I mean, because they're awesome imagery you're describing.
well, I like the house too. Of course, I can see different angles of a house, and one of these may be a house that I build one day. See, like that right there. You take those crows off of that. I really love that. It's a little bit open. There's not as many floors. It's a one big thick thing there. Of course, it could be smaller than I was imagining too. But anyway, there's some interesting architecture in there. And to get this image, I typed in the woman and I'd taken away the horse. There was a horse at first. But then I put in and I added in a murder of crows. So I don't know if that's supposed to be Sandra Bullock or what. Oh, and why it says stop it is like, like,
That's not Sandra Bullock.
no, not her. Her. When I asked for a murder of crows, I'm thinking that she did a movie called that. I don't know. From a long time ago. Or Crow. I don't know. Maybe it was a character from another one. I don't know who it is. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking she had like a show about that. Maybe she didn't. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Murder of Crows was Edgar Allan Poe. Wasn't that the author of the Murder of Crows?
I mean, he had that one poem about that. What was it called? Uh,
The
Nevermore,
Murder of
Nevermore.
Crows
No,
by
I don't
Edgar
think it.
Allan Poe.
I don't think that's the name of it. I can Google it real quick.
Okay, well, maybe not. Truly, I don't know, but
Yeah, Edgar
it
Allan
does sound
Poe.
a little bit like it. But hey, we ain't got to worry about that. So,
No,
what else
I'm
do
gonna
we
pull it up real quick, man. Edgar Allan Poe, Nevermore poem. We'll see what the name of it is. I don't know. It says The Raven is what the name of it is.
Well, yeah, but it's like, Nevermore. By Edgar Allan Poe. I thought that's what you was referring to. Excuse me, I said Murder of Crows. Truly, yes,
Yeah,
that
but there
was
was a
not the
movie about
name of the poem.
no, you know what I'm saying. It's that's not. I mean, it was a murder. A crow. What a murder of crow. That's the technical name for a pack of them. It's called a murder.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's where it
that
is.
was my bad. The actual poem and what you was referring to was Edgar Allan Poe,
The Raven.
The Raven. Yes, it's a poem that thankfully I think we read in like the ninth grade or so.
Yeah.
Come on. You're 50-ish, I'm 50-ish.
How old do you think this woman is?
Well, hold on. I gotta pick my eyesight, whether I use my glasses or don't, and you gotta stop swapping pictures so I can say. That picture? Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta zoom in on this.
There's 2 or 3 of them I've heard.
Oh.
Oh,
Too young.
we done got old, hadn't we? How would you like to live like that though?
Oh no, that would be okay. Again, the modern houses in the back. Again, that's what made me think about the 13 Ghost movies. When we're Gen X, we think in multiple threads. So when you showed me a photo of this woman, of course, now I just want to know how you started the search. But because of the things I see in the backgrounds, that made associations. 13 Ghosts. Go ahead, go look that movie up. It's a glass house. It looks like every one of those in your background. Then, of course, the shape of the woman's face, the way her hair is, horses. Each one of those things gave me associations. So again, I can only go by what I see on the screen. I don't
If
know
you
how you got there, but telling you how I got there.
well, I don't think that you've been able to see all the images, but I have actually showed how I got there. But now, if you look on here, one of the things that I have suggested that it do, and if you see that girl beside the horse with a poncho on, she has something going on with her eyes. The AI has tried to replicate what I tried to create there with having
Oh
bags.
hell no! I was fixing to take a photo and look at it and say, "What the fuck is going on with that chick's eye? What the hell's wrong with her eyeball?" I was gonna actually ask that.
What's wrong with her eyeball?
Uh, well, hold on. You roll through the photos sometimes so fast. I see doubles on the right, the left. It's not quite. Not, you don't look at you. You done moved it again.
Hold on, I'm gonna get somewhere real quick. Hey, right here. Now you see
Well, I
her.
tell you what, I'm gonna put my glasses on and I'm gonna smoke me a weed till you find where you want to be.
I'm we're back to the pig.
Go ahead. I'm enjoying the video. Oh, hey, that is some actual beautiful photos. I mean, really, the AI is very creative, but when you get into details, AI is not perfect. Thank gosh, they're not. Because when you add that last letter that starts with and ends with a D, totally different situation. Because when that happens, good luck.
Look at that right there, man. I mean, this thing understands the
Oh,
vibe.
it's beautiful. I mean, those are some very beautiful videos, pictures. I mean, they're all modernistic. I mean, goes down. Look, the reason I see more modern in the background is because you had said open plan stuff. Now, change a keyword because how do you change modern from when they constantly show you this steel glass structures with a chick in a wrap that's maybe semi-Indian smoking a peace pipe with blonde hair?
Well, Donald,
It's
all those
kind of
things Donald, all those things that you're talking about, I asked for. But right
I
now
know you did,
but I like
but
that shit. I like that. This is my dream life. But now right now she's overlooking the building of the pool. I've got her. If you're looking at this screen here, somebody else is looking to it. They can see that she's overseeing projects. Uh,
yes,
so now she's overseeing a solar field. She's got a swimming pool. She's put in here. Now she's putting in some painting. The ladies are painting the concrete floor, putting some artwork on it. Now she's riding she's restoring a four wheeler. He didn't do too good of a job at that. Here she's communicating with some lady friends. I'm trying to get through because there's an important factor here, and I want people to understand. To me, this here is one of the most perfect. This would be where I'd want to live right there. I love that place right there. This no, because this is a. I want 2 or 3 separate buildings that look just like that. I love that. It's kind of like the separate buildings for different things. But they're all connected in some way, maybe underground, maybe through a walkway or something. But those buildings are exactly my dream home with this dark wood that's like that right there, stained real tight. The black, the metal, the Native American clothing. I love wearing ponchos. Um, but also, I also like kind of test this thing to see where it puts pools. I'm on one of the Reddits, subreddits I'm on is on decks, and of course, everybody makes fun of people that build decks that just they put a hot tub on it. Where you put a hot tub, they're going to put They got like 1 2x4 holding up, like a 20-foot 2x4.
oh
You know,
yeah.
but
I know
now
where you're going with, brother. But hey, you go ahead. Oh, I mean,
sometimes
I love the presentation. I mean, truly, I know where you're going with it. I was just trying to understand it, but no, continue because I do like it. It's a great idea.
Well, what she's doing right now is she's making essential oils. The last several images here, she was. I have her out here sitting on her deck. She's smoking a bowl. There's with her friends, and that one showed her face, and I think that got pretty close to the other one. How she would look if she would have turned her face, in my opinion. But now she's out here building, or she's out here running essential oils through. She's out there. She has medicinal garden out there. She's running essential oils through and to have that for whatever purposes might come up. There's some other little art stuff she's doing there, and I kind of keep them. Now I produced this as a short on Outside of the Grid of a girl. They call it Skater Girl. But now I put her a roller rink here around this one of these structures, and she's out here skating. Of course, she started out doing rollerblading. Oh, look at that thing right there. Woo, Lord, girl, get off there. That's not where you want to skate. But then eventually I moved it away and I finally got it to where she was doing skating. It was less threatening. And there's the pool, and a lot of it kept. It kept. If I put a pool, it kept it. There was some solar stuff that I asked to put in. It still shows up, even if you ask for it or not. and this is an older person here. I put it. It puts it in variations. I like sometimes I put 40-ish to describe me or somebody else. 50-ish, whatever, you know. So it uses a little bit of variation sometimes. This again, this just kind of goes through some skating and a horse. I just kind of run her through different things. I put her in a witch thing, cowboy hat. You know, a lot of this stuff you have to specifically ask for. You know,
True. Well, now, hey, with all your descriptions, do it outside the grid because there's a TV series that is doing that, and let's see if it does. We're actually talking about, folks having to bring folks up there and cut down trees, make log cabins. Would it recognize outside the grid within outside the grid? Oh, I want to hear that.
that'd be cool, man. See, and like I've made such big points about foundation before. So she's overseeing a project and she's creating this great foundation on this thing. It's not just it's not just a little hook in the ground. I mean, she's or not like one rebar, tied up on your floating slab. And she's got this summer right here. She's meant to stay a while. They got some concrete under there, different floors. But now we're going to go up here in a minute and you're going to see where I got into trouble. I'm going to move a little bit faster. She put a hot tub out there.
That's all right, man. Hey, you go where you want to. I,
There's a
I've gotten
story.
home and, I mean, now I'm just going to talk while you get to where you wish. Uh, hey, it's been horrible here in the South. My P trap, which is just, it's a level of water that keeps the nasty stuff out of your bathtub or your toilet from coming back in your house. Well, the one in my bathtub, froze, and it took me about 2 days to get a next shower, and thank God I'm clean and nice, and it's horrible, but it's awesome now. Had to mess with my water. OMG, I did all this stuff, but it's just, again, in the South, we're not used to this quote Arctic blast that we've talked about. So how much of this is which and what and here and there? I mean, again, these are sound bites. Brad, you ready? Hello.
Oh man, yeah, I've been ready. It's all
No,
good.
no, I was
We
trying
need
to,
to.
just give you that time. But yeah, hey, those are
Oh,
some
yeah.
points we need to talk about. So anyway, go ahead.
Oh man, yeah. But we're just kind of going through the presentation here, and of course, we're almost to the point to where I start I get in trouble. I start throwing in some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
well, hey,
Hold on,
before
I start getting into a thunderstorm, and I start getting her to feel emotions, and you can start seeing it right now. You can see this girl here is trouble, But now you start
yeah,
seeing it. I have a group of welders, and they're creating a copper building for her. It's actually supposed to be a manufacturing facility right there. That
fair
came
age.
out closer, but we're almost to the point. I'm gonna tell you. I want you to see. This is going to be the craziest thing of what got me in trouble here. Because I took a break from it for like a day. I'd worked on that project a day or so ago, probably 24 hours ago, or before I'd started this, and I came back to this. So I came back again. I always start out with me, and then I try to morph it into again like going back to the Alan Watts thing. I'd go like do this this idea like I presented a little bit ago with the having the polarity, duality, having two
Right.
poles. Hold on,
Duality.
listen, duality. So like what I started doing is that again going back to the duality, and there's many things to do with duality. It can be gender you're talking about. Of course, a lot of people now say there's no duality there. Of course, even still, there's always an opposite of what you are. There you can't be off of everything. Because it's a continuum. You're not something totally different. You're not like totally different than everybody else. So you're on the fucking continuum somewhere. But anyway, so the duality part that I'm looking at here is that I'll start something. Just this is the same presentation basically as the other one, but it starts out with a dude at the corner cafe, but it develops a blonde this time. And I went through everybody that was watching the presentation can see that the what you're seeing is basically the same thing, except for this guy, instead of being at the pond smoking a weed, he's drinking coffee at a corner cafe. In a minute, he's going to start drinking bourbon, which he's already started doing. He starts getting kind of wild. And the song is about that. It's about the guy sitting there sober sometimes and about him drinking sometimes. So it's kind of matching what the song is, which is what all this went into, a little video that was produced on Outside of the Grid. But then, this girl, sometimes these things give me these looks like, dude, what are you doing? It's like they can just I just kind of feel like, some of them are enjoying themselves, but some are like, dude, what are you doing? So then I decided that now we're back to where we started. Now we're going to go into the new area that we've not been into. So I isolated her. I tried to isolate a new blonde. Now I've isolated the brunette before, but now we're isolating this blonde. So I used that scene and I pulled the same description that I was using to describe the woman at the corner cafe, and I just pulled her all by herself. And then I started creating storylines around her. And she got me into trouble. Blondes always get me in trouble. My whole life, blondes have got me in trouble. So, but anyway, I want you to just see what you think about this lady as she transforms herself over here the next few things. And you are really going to if you're like me, what I did with her is wrong. I know, and I asked for forgiveness, but my God, I had so much fun.
Well,
are you watching?
I am watching, and
okay.
You already know I do not show me a man. Ugh. But that, hey,
what is she doing?
Mandy
what is
Murray,
she doing?
Again now, Mandy Murray. I will proudly say that woman's name because she has given me permission. I am more into, I like fluffy. I ain't into that skinny. No, see, none of those things is like, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, yeah. How about you as prom queen? Do I not have any interaction with you? Nope, I do not. You can show me more, but nope, I don't want anything to do with any one of them. Now, what I'm worried about is I will break them. Because if you go back to a couple previously, I'd break that little bitch. Sorry.
Well, anyway, so now pay attention to what she's eating. Can you see?
Yeah, well, I see she's looking at what looks like a cucumber.
Okay.
Maybe
so
in jello.
No, it's
with
not
a
any
guitar bass player in the background, and I don't know what this other guy's doing.
What is she eating?
She's still trying to eat
cucumber.
Sushi goober.
What is she trying to eat?
Goobers while she's writing a dissertation with somebody playing guitar in the background.
Remember, this is a corner cafe, and this is a woman that's transposed.
And I'm still waiting. I'm just saying, this is what I see.
Look at your screen. What do you see?
I see her. Okay, I still see a goober.
Okay, there you go.
In a container. I said
there
that the last time.
I know you did, but I wanted to point it out. So like this is very phallic, and you can look at their faces though. I have them posing with a pickle.
And again, you still got some boom, 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 boom in the background, boom, 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 boom in the background. Then you got a beautiful girl.
See, that's interesting. That's interesting that you would say
Eggplant.
that. It's interesting you would say that because again, she's at the corner cafe, so it's probably some guy playing like actually when I describe it, it's saying it's a guy singing love songs. So I'm thinking of like Bread, baby, I'ma want you, baby, I'ma need you. You're the only
Dude,
one to
no,
stay.
look, when there's an eggplant directly in front of her, that is not a romantic song. It's like, I want to stick this in your ass or somewhere. Okay. We all know what eggplant means. Look at her. She's like, I'm proud. I've got the biggest one. Oh, there you go. She got one as a gift, apparently. And there's still somebody in the background going, bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Now look at her.
Uh, I'm glad you love the
Okay,
sub.
so you're seeing
I
again,
did.
Donald,
I mean,
Donald,
look, man, there ain't
Donald,
nothing good.
Donald, Donald, Donald. You see how I'm getting in trouble? Really, what I'm doing, I'm testing the bounds because I'm not saying.
I understand, but you
Listen,
asked me to take you.
but I want you to think about that though. But now, see, I'm having a good time doing it, but I'm testing the bounds. And it's gonna get me in trouble. She's gonna eventually cut me off. You'll see in just a second how far she lets me go. Okay, but keep on watching it. It gets
No,
very
no,
crazy.
I'm watching. Go
You keep
ahead.
on talking. You keep on talking.
No, 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 no. I'm glad you like cucumbers. That's not me. Oh, you're such a vegetarian. I'm glad you love being a vegetarian. Oh, you should be a herbivore, maybe a predator, because I am a predator. Oh, no, cut you off like a giraffe. Ah, damn. No meat at all. Okay, well, guess you ain't gonna have any babies
Yeah,
in
but
my.
Donald, the only way that I can really get it to put a cucumber up there is to put a scene where she eats cucumbers. You can't just say, again, you can't just have this. I can't make it do overtly sexual things. And I thought, well, let me tease it. Let me see if I can get it close. And I did until it finally
Hey,
shut me down.
hey,
Okay.
hey, hey. Okay, so now will you shh and listen to me?
Yes.
Since you repeatedly told me that, Fred, I understand. That's why I didn't want to do that. I did it because you kept telling me that's what I had to do.
Well, look at it. No,
I
I'm not.
knew
I just wanted
I
your
mean, I
reaction
was
to it.
well, no, Brad. Please.
Okay. Anyway, so she's almost. Oh, she look at her. She's
No,
very.
see, still not. You're still not.
Okay.
Now then, there's the way it can go. Is oh, what do I see? Elongated eggplant. You ask, what do I see? And I'm trying to tell you, you won't let me tell you. That looks like the Friends chick eating an eggplant going, this tastes funny. And then somebody's still playing something in the background. And it may be like, Santana like. Oh, yeah, Santana. Oh, see, why is she eating a cucumber like that? No one would do that, especially with a quiche in front of them, because that is a quiche. Absolutely. Let's see, we still got some bass guitar. Looks like, what do you call those little, the tiny cabbages? Okay, let's see. What else do I see here? I tell you what, if somebody's got an eggplant looks like that, nope, 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 nope. Shawshank Redemption. Tyler Green eating a goober. Uh, hey, we were talking about serious stuff. This is BS. I thought you wanted to know what I saw in the photos from your AI stuff. Now you're going back to, yeah, I ain't gonna go there. You still there? Co-pilot.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello.
hey, I'm
Hey,
here. I'm here. I'm
I
here.
was just, I thought I lost you, but
Oh,
we
you
kind of
did
changed
good. We're changing.
directions.
Oh, we're changing. I just went, but now you see, I didn't. My mic wasn't on there at the end. You
Oh,
got quiet, and I started talking. But anyway, the point of it is that I was trying. That was mucho not good. But now, if you look on your screen now, you see Copilot. This is my artificial intelligence interface. But I want to let you just do it. I'm gonna not again. I'm not trying to be. I was just trying to get through the presentation and other thing. But this right because this is the fun part. But now I'm gonna you see the inner thing down here, uh, and I'm in it down here. I'm gonna go ahead and just uh GENER generate an image. Now I want you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna like give 2 seconds here. I want you to just think about it. Don't get no hurry, but just think about something a scene you'd like to see. It could be a book you read, anything ever that you've ever thought about. Or if you just want to do a test, I'm gonna see if I got. I'm gonna grab me a water right here by the door. So you just gotta give me a second. But think about it. Yeah, I had to get me some hydration, man. I've been trying to stay ever since I had COVID around Christmas, man. I've been having to stay extra hydrated, so I've just been and not drinking too. So
oh, hey, everybody needs to, regardless if you think you had COVID, the flu, or anything. It's just been snot season. You got to extra hydrate. So I do understand that. Go ahead.
what I was gonna do is stop this recording and get it going again,